Hey survivors, welcome back. Today we're diving into Resident Evil 9 Requiem, what could be the scariest, most intense entry in the series yet. I'm unpacking everything, story, gameplay, mechanics, theories, so buckle up, hit that like button, and let's get into it. You know, Resident Evil has been relentlessly evolving since the original game. It's gone from classic mansion exploration to visceral first-person horror with Re 7, then massive gothic set pieces in Village. But Requiem aims to bridge all of that and then some, forging a new identity for the franchise, a terrifying, immersive survival horror experience that feels right at home in 2025. In Requiem, you play as Alex Reyes, a biohazard containment specialist haunted by a childhood tragedy. Your mother was part of clandestine experiments decades ago, and now you're lured back to the Requiem research facility to uncover her fate. But, of course, nothing is simple. The facility belongs to a shadowy corporation called Codex Bios, and they've been pushing the boundaries of science in terrifying directions. We're talking engineered organisms that blend biology, robotics, and artificial intelligence, amazingly malevolent creations. As Alex, your goal is to survive the horrors of Requiem, discover what happened to your mother, and spill the corporation's secrets out to the world. The narrative drives it all. It's personal, emotional, and gutting. You'll find audio logs, home videos, journals, breadcrumbs that slowly reveal your mother's motives and ultimate fate. Every step, every corridor leads you deeper into personal and cosmic dread. But let's switch to gameplay, because this is where Requiem's ambition really shines. At its core, it's classic Resident Evil survival horror. Limited inventory, scarce ammo, resource management that forces tough choices. Do I craft more bullets, or do I keep room for healing items? It's a tense balancing act from start to finish. Crafting and customization are huge improvements this time around. You can craft ammo variants, build silenced pistols, mod your shotgun, even assemble bioelectronic weapons. The upgrades aren't just damage boosts, they add perks like stun effects, bleed, electric damage. You feel like an engineer as well as a survivor, and every scrap you find becomes valuable. Combat is tense and dynamic. Enemies adapt. They learn your tactics. Shoot the same corridor every time? They'll set up ambushes. Understood as a dogmatic loop breaker, the system pushes you to think on your feet, dodge unpredictable, retreat strategically. You're not just a bullet sponge, you're an evolving mind. Environmental interaction is another massive step forward. Much like earlier retitles but more integrated, Requiem lets you manipulate your surroundings in combat. You can shoot down lights to confuse undead hordes, lure enemies into toxic pools, tip over shelving units to block or crush attackers. These aren't mere gimmicks, they become essential to surviving certain encounters. Let's talk puzzles. Resident Evil has always had them, but in Requiem they're much more organic. You might find a broken control panel in the greenhouse, leading you across the facility to find parts, reconnect power, solve wiring puzzles that span multiple areas. It's all tied together. You learn that certain switches in the vault open a corridor here while unlocking a vent in the lab across town. Everything is interconnected, no pocket puzzles anymore. The world design leans semi-open. There's no open-world chaos, but you're dropped into thematic zones, a fungal greenhouse, a frigid genetics wing, an overgrown courtyard, dusty data archives, all connected. Short, looping paths link them together, and you'll need to revisit earlier areas with new tools, stories, and dangers. It's purposeful and well-paced. Exploration feels layered instead of sprawling. Visual and audio design wow. Requiem uses next-gen metrics, ray-traced lighting, high-res textures, procedural shadows. When you step under a flickering lamp, you're not just watching, it's alive. Puddles reflect your flashlight, dust motes dance in beams, shadows tighten around you. Sound is equally powerful, footsteps, creaking metal doors, hushed whispers, it all builds atmosphere faster than any jump scare. Even silence becomes ominous. AI enemies are smart. They coordinate. If you down an enemy, others might call backup. If you keep camping a corner, they'll flank it. You're forced to keep moving, keep changing tactics. Boss fights are similarly intelligent, multi-phase, cinematic with environmental components. You might have to shoot cables to collapse structures, lure a boss onto weakened flooring, manipulate machinery mid-fight. It's immersive. There are optional zones and side missions. Not just chase the X-marker tasks but mini biodomes that house weapons, lore, and challenges. Take a detour into an old crypt, solve a horror-themed puzzle, earn a prototype weapon. These zones aren't just filler, they're rich and replayable, giving rewards that matter. Now for mechanics comparison. Controls feel fluid. Aim while sprinting, vault obstacles, slide under hazards. Everything moves nice and responsive. Combat and stealth balance is great. You can run, gun, or sneak, and the game supports it. Inventory sorting is solid. You can bookmark critical items for quick access. Crafting depth is satisfying, letting you build weapons that feel unique. Puzzles are broader, connected, and narrative-driven. AI breaks camping. Lighting and sound make every hallway feel alive. Let's dig into core features. 1. Modular weapon crafting. You can assemble platforms, shotgun pistol combos, biomed tools that inject stun toxins. It's layered and exciting. 2. Cross-zone puzzles that tie story and exploration across the map. 3. Adaptive enemy AI that makes camping and repetitive tactics fade out. 4. Dynamic environment manipulation completely intertwined in combat and puzzles. 5. Ray-traced lighting and next-gen audio for pure immersion. Story-wise, the mother-daughter narrative is gut-wrenching. Audio logs reveal her descent from a brilliant scientist to a broken subject. Her last log? A haunting echo of remorse. I've broken her. Not just the test subject, my child. It's personal horror, not just monster horror. Your character arc follows discovery and consequence. Alex starts determined, I'll expose Codex BIOS and prove what they did. Then shock, courting ruined labs and living grotesque creatures. Then guilt when you learn your mother willingly participated to save others. Finally, resolve to stop Codex before it's too late. It's emotional groundwork. On to theories. People are already speculating like crazy. Most popular, Codex is just the new face of Umbrella. There are Umbrella trademarks hidden in logs, diagrams, even graffiti. Audio logs refer to Umbrella files and Spencer's notes. People believe the Requiem facility is built on foundational Umbrella vaults, and Alex's mother worked for Umbrella decades ago under Codex's name. Another big theory, sentient bioweapons. Codex mentions Project Geist, an initiative to embed AI in biological constructs. We saw drones and creatures with strange neural responses. Fans think Geist leads to creatures learning tactics and communicating. A worm creature in the greenhouse was observed calling other creatures like it, pointing to intelligence. A third theory centers on protagonist ties. Some believe Alex is a distant relative of Ethan Winters. Similar physical features and character renders, plus journals littered with drawn E. Fans have tried to decode references. Could Alex be Ethan's child or nephew? That would tie Requiem deeply into the Village storyline, making it less standalone and more franchise essential. Then there's the world-ending tease. A leaked post-credit screenshot shows biofilm dripping from skyscrapers, turning a city skyline into a nightmare. People think Requiem leads directly into the next game, maybe Re-10, and shows the beginning of a global outbreak. It positions Requiem as not just local horror, but a setup for worldwide bioterror. High stakes, right? What does it mean for general gamers? It means Requiem isn't just for hardcore fans. It's crafted to work as a standalone experience with deep lore for those who want it. The emotional narrative is intuitive: loss, guilt, discovery. Accessible HUD, tutorial support, and pacing let newcomers ease in, while veterans get the layered references and lore depth. From a gameplay standpoint, it offers depth without exhaustion. You can tackle bosses aggressively or methodically with stealth. You can engage in optional zones for extra challenge or breeze through to the main story. Weapon crafting and upgrade paths give strong replay value. Try different builds next run. The connected puzzles ensure exploration matters. It's not just linear corridors, it's a living puzzle box. My personal take? I'm beyond hyped. Requiem's ambition, emotional storytelling, system integration, horror, challenge is exactly what modern Re should feel like. It blends everything from 1996's tension to Re7's intimacy, Village's scale, and a Bloodborne-level environmental design. The crafting feels deeper than any Re before. The AI forces you to adapt. And the story? It promises to hit you right in the gut. I want to build that silenced biopistol. I want to explore every side zone. I want to solve those puzzles. I want to know what happens after the credits. So what do I want to know from you? Where do you land in the Requiem hype cycle? Are you excited for the engineering aspect, weapon modding, and environmental interaction? Or are you more focused on the story and lore, what actually happened to Alex's mother and what Codex truly is? Which theory are you most interested in? Umbrella connections, AI beasts, Ethan Winters tie-ins, global outbreak? Let me know in the comments. And here's my final thought: Resident Evil 9 Requiem looks poised to deliver one of the most complete survival horror experiences in recent memory. It's not just about monsters, it's about consequences, legacy, and personal terror. It asks the question, how far are you willing to go to uncover the truth? And how much of your own humanity will you sacrifice along the way? If you're as excited as I am, smash that like button. If you have theories or predictions, drop them below. I read every one. And if you love deep dives into horror games like this, hit subscribe and ring the bell. I've got plenty more breakdowns coming your way. Until next time, stay safe, stay sharp,